So,
before Islam was ever there.
For the benefit of anyone before you interrupted, you made a claim that the Muslims are forcing Jews to convert. How long were the Jews protected by the Muslims in Spain? You relax a second, because he's made all the claims.
I don't know.
800 years. And the Muslims invited the Jews to live in Morocco in safety. Now, here's the amazing thing, you see. It's the Christians killing the Jews, mate. Converting them, not the Muslims. Have you read what the church fathers say about the Jews?
Oh, it's terrible.
And their religion today is based on the church fathers' teachings.
But thank God the Christians don't act upon the
Do you know why they don't?
Why?
Because they don't have the power. You only have to look at what Christianity, when Christianity had the power, look what they did. Slaughter everywhere, yeah? They only come by today because they got no power. But if you give Christians a power, military power, my God, they would wreak havoc, mate. Point. What's the point you're making? I don't know.
He was talking about Moses Maimonides. Basically says Prophet Muhammad is not mentioned in the Old Testament, and he basically debunks Prophet.
Who said he's mentioned?
Pardon?
Who said he's mentioned?
Yeah,
It says it's mentioned.
No, who said he's mentioned?
The Quran, Surah 7, verse 150.
What does it say?
It says that the messenger is mentioned in the Torah and the Gospel.
Or mentioned by name?
I don't know if it says by
Are you
name.
talking Rambam right now?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
So the Rambam, in his letter to the Yemenite Jews who were being forced to convert to Islam,
Jews being forced to convert to Islam?
yeah,
Always.
Yemen.
That's why my family left Morocco, my friend. Because the Muslims always make you convert.
Why were you in Morocco?
We were in the Arab lands before Islam.
Why were you in Morocco?
Because Yahudis have been in the...
No, why were you in Morocco?
What do you mean why? That's where my family comes from.
No, how did you get to Morocco? From where?
Are you also Jewish?
Of course.
Can you not tell from his demeanor? Right, how did you get to Morocco?
So the Romans kicked us out of the land of Israel, Eretz Israel.
Right.
We fled to...
Would you like a history lesson?
You asked how did I end up there?
Yeah, well, what you've just said is completely wrong.
Why?
There were actually two.
Why is that
there were
wrong?
actually two times. You're both right.
Go on,
You're both right. Because I know you're going to say from the Spanish Inquisition.
Yes.
No, I didn't. My family did not come from the Spanish
How do you know?
Inquisition.
You're both right.
Because my family talks about remembering when the Sephardi Jews
Say
came into
it again,
Morocco.
sorry.
My family remembers when the Sephardi...
Your family remembers?
Of course.
Which member of your family remembers?
It's written down in history, my friend.
So which member of your family
probably
remembers?
oral tradition.
So your family doesn't remember, you mean it's just in history? Nothing to do with your family?
No, my family also remembers.
Which member of your family remembers?
Oral history. Great-grandfather.
How do you know what they remember?
Because it's passed down in stories.
Okay, so it's hearsay from your ancestors. Okay.
Hearsay.
Okay.
It's a tradition.
Why is it hard for you to imagine that Jews predate Islam?
Say it again, sorry?
Why is it hard for you to accept that Jews predate Islam in the Middle East?
I have no issue with that.
What?
I have no issue with that.
You probably do, yeah. North Africa, they speak Arabic.
Can I just say...
The Berbers, the Arabs took over.
Can I just say something at this point? If you're going to discuss with me, I don't mind. But leave your logical fallacies at the door.
What fallacies?
Straw man.
What?
The straw man fallacy.
What's that?
I never made that claim you just said I claimed. I didn't say I have a problem with Jews being before Muslims. Did I? Did I make that claim?
I'm looking at you, you probably do. So...
No, did I make that claim?
Yeah, it seems like...
No, did I make that claim?
No, you didn't.
I didn't make that claim, yet you addressed me as if I did, which is a straw man logical fallacy.
Right.
So when I say to you, leave your logical fallacies at the door,
So you asked me how much...
leave your logical fallacies at the door.
Right?
No, I'm saying to you, how
You
did...
want to have a conversation like a normal person or not? I'm just trying to talk to you.
Yeah, but no, you're not talking to me. You're barking at me. You're telling me what I'm saying when I ain't said it. So
My family arrived in Morocco when the Romans kicked the Jews out of Eretz Israel, the land of Israel, thousands of years ago.
when was this? When was this?
70 AD.
Right. So they went to Morocco then.
What is today modern day Morocco?
Okay.
Yes.
So
Before Islam was ever there.
for the benefit of anyone before you interrupted, you made a claim that the Muslims are forcing Jews to
They've
convert.
always, in Yemen, in Syria, in Iraq, in Morocco, they've always forced us to convert.
Oh, okay. So no, let me just deal with that. Let me just deal with that particular point.
Even the Jews in the Quran.
Okay. Okay. Who told you? Who told you this? Who told you this?
I've read the Quran. It's in history.
Where in the Quran does it say to force Jews to convert to Islam?
It says that there were some forced to convert to Islam.
Where in the Quran does it say that?
I don't know where exactly.
Well, you made the claim.
Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
Look it up. Show me anywhere in the Quran where it says force Jews to convert to Islam.
Do you not believe that Jews have ever been forced to convert to Islam? You don't believe that? You don't believe Muslims have said, oh, kafir, dimi, pay jizya, and they force you to...
Listen, you can make all the sound bites you like.
No.
Support what you're saying with some proof. Can you support what you're saying with some proof?
Yeah.
Because you've made false assumptions, you've brought logical fallacies to the table. I thought you were going to come with a little bit of substance, and right now it's nothing. It's in the air. You're saying a lot, but saying nothing.
I thought you knew.
I do know history. I'll give you an history lesson while you're looking, shall I? Have you heard of a guy called Dr. Wasserstein?
Dr. what?
Wasserstein.
Wasserstein.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Wasserstein is a Jewish historian, and he wrote an article in the Jewish Chronicle. Right?
He's probably a self-hating Jew. He's going to use a Jew against other Jews. I'll give you some.
He's a self-hating Jew.
I'll give you some Muslims.
Okay. One second. You can challenge this. I don't mind. All right. And what he said, this is his claim. So J. Wasserstein, Dr. Wasserstein, in the Jewish Chronicle, did an article saying Islam saved the Jews. Yeah?
Oh, I agree with part of that.
So basically, without Islam, Jews wouldn't exist today.
I disagree, but I agree with some of it.
No. But that's
because of the Ottoman Empire, they accepted the Jews.
No. This was the claim made. Now the question needs to be asked: how did the Muslims save the Jews from extinction? Now it's going to be hard for you to answer that when.
I can probably understand some of it.
No. But you made a claim that the Muslims are forcing Jews to convert, and at the same time,
To this day, by the way.
at the same time, you're agreeing that the Muslims saved the Jews from extinction.
Not all Jews. Maybe 150,000 at most.
Okay.
And actually, in Bosnia during the Holocaust, some Muslims also saved Jews.
Oh, okay.
So that's good.
So I'll say it again to you.
In Albania?
The Albanian Muslims are
So Dr. Wasserstein says this: if it wasn't for Islam, the Jews today would not exist.
That's heresy.
Right? Now you can challenge what Dr. Wasserstein, this historian, says. I don't mind. It's an article in the Jewish Chronicle.
What were the events that he said?
Allahu Akbar. I'm glad you asked. Okay. They were being massacred by the Christians in Spain.
Yeah, of course. And they fled to the Ottoman Empire.
No.
The Sultan, yeah.
No, there was no. It's not.
Jews in Germany.
Nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that the Muslims, when they went into Spain, they gave the Jews protection from Christian onslaught.
Do you know what happened to the Muslim who was the highest ranking official in the Sultan's court in southern
How long?
You know what happened to him?
How long?
He got killed by Muslim mobs.
How long were the Jews protected by the Muslims in Spain? You relax a second, because he's made all the claims.
I don't know.
800 years. Now, Dr. Wasserstein, what he says is this: this gave the Jews the opportunity to flourish, to resurrect their history, and Jews from around Europe had a place of safety. Under whose protection? The Muslims.
In the Ottoman Empire.
No, it's not the Ottoman Empire.
Yes.
No, it's under the Moors.
No.
Yes,
the Moors
it
were
is.
defeated by the Spaniards.
No.
Yes,
the
they
Moors were
were.
defeated after 800 years. And what?
How did the Moors get there? Through jihad, by killing people. So
No.
Yeah, of course. They're not native. They're not native.
Okay. You tell me how they got there, because you seem to have all the
They're North
answers.
African. They committed jihad to get into Europe.
Right. And who told you that?
That's history.
And where in history does it say that?
In every history book you read.
Name one history book that says that.
Any history book.
Name one.
The history of the world.
All right. Show me. Google it. History of the world. He knows how they got into Spain.
To engage with it, I know.
He knows how they got into Spain. Were the Muslims invited into Spain, or did they invade Spain?
I don't care if they teach their kids to hate Jews anyways. I don't care if they...
I don't teach my daughters to hate Jews.
Of course. No, that's...
Oh, now you're making another claim. How many claims do you want to make that are false? You're taught, your parents teach you that nonsense.
No, actually,
and it ain't true, mate.
My parents taught me to love Muslims, and I tell them...
Your parents teach you that Muslims tell their children to hate Jews, don't they?
I came out
Where'd you get that from then?
By myself.
How'd you get that from?
What do you mean? How do I...
Who told you that?
Because I've talked to Muslims in the streets in every country, and they say, oh, Yahudi, Yahudi! They spit on my face.
I'm a Muslim, yeah? I don't teach my daughters to hate Jews. Any Muslim here teach their children to hate Jews?
I don't wear a kippah in Europe.
Does the Quran allow me to hate Jews?
So explain to me under Sharia dimitude. Explain to me forced conversions in Yemen today.
What forced conversion?
So I met Yemenite Jews in Israel last
I'm not
year.
interested in what...
They had fled because they were being forced to convert.
Listen, I've got no interest in what individuals are doing. We're talking about the teachings of Islam here. Yeah? I'm not here defending Yemen. I'm here defending Islam, mate. You're accusing Islam of this, that, the other, and so far you've backed nothing up. He knows the reality, mate. He knows he's talking nonsense.
It's clear.
But it's good, you came with the nonsense.
So you didn't believe my family came from Morocco?
No, I have no issue with your family being from Morocco. I'm asking, how did the Jews get into Morocco? If Muslims are converting Jews?
No, we predate. Why are there no Jews? Why are there very few today in Morocco? Jews?
Because Israel was created.
No.
Yes.
Before that. Why,
No, yes.
Why were Jews fleeing?
No. Where were the Jews before the creation of Israel? Morocco.
They were fleeing to British Palestine.
No. They were in Morocco.
Not all of them.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't. So you don't know history?
I know history. You don't know history. That's the point. Dr. Wasserstein knows history. He's a Jewish historian,
Yeah,
mate.
Avi Schleim is also a Jewish historian and he hates Jews. So it means
What's that again?
Yeah.
So a Jewish historian writing in the Jewish Chronicle, giving the history of the Jews in Morocco, is wrong, according to you.
There are many authors who are wrong.
All right. So you show me why he's wrong.
What was his argument?
That after the Reconquistador, the Reconquista, Isabella and Ferdinand, and the Catholics managed to force the Muslims out of Spain, and the Muslims gave the jizya back to the Jews, saying we can't...
They gave the jizya back?
Yes.
I didn't know this, okay.
Right? And they said we can't protect you no more, and the Muslims withdrew into Morocco, and the Jews asked, let us come with you. And the Muslims, of course, and the Muslims invited the Jews to live in Morocco in safety. Now, here's the amazing thing, you see. It's the Christians killing the Jews, mate. Converting them, not the Muslims. In history, the Muslims are protecting them.
No, that's not always true. You think that's not always true.
What?
In terms of Maimonides, it's very clear there was a forced conversion going on in Morocco and in Yemen.
Okay.
That's definite.
I personally, as a Muslim, do not believe you can force anyone to be a Muslim. Yeah? Because you can force a Jew to be a Muslim, well, how is he going to pray 5 times a day? And what? It's just ridiculous, mate. You know when people say...
Do you deny in history that there have never been forced conversions?
I'm not denying that. Am I? Okay, listen.
I want to know.
I have no issue with believing that some idiots, yeah, or some under misguidance would, I don't know why, force people to be Muslim. I don't get it. You know what I say to Muslims who don't want to be Muslim anymore?
What's Dar al-Hab mean to you?
Land of war. Okay, so you know when people say about Muslims are afraid to leave Islam because they're going to be killed and all this nonsense, you know what I say to Muslims like that? Good riddance. Because I don't want your nonsense smearing Islam. Because if you're a Muslim, live Islam. If you don't like Islam, don't pretend to be a Muslim and do things outside of Islam that people think are Islamic.
Are you able to criticize your fellow Muslims, like many Salafists, when they call for the killings of Jews? Yeah, I'll show you videos of imams calling for the killings of Jews.
Listen to me.
I have videos.
I condemn the call for killing of any innocent people. Do you?
Of course.
Do you?
So
when the innocent people are killed in Gaza, you condemn that?
I don't condemn the killing of Hamas, no.
No, innocence, I said.
Of course.
You do?
Of course.
Oh, fantastic. Anyway, let's stay on point here.
I also condemn Hamas hiding behind children.
Right.
I condemn that as
like
well.
I said, you can read into the propaganda what you like. I'm not here to defend Hamas either. I'm dealing with history here. I'm dealing with the fact that for 800 years, the Muslims protected the Jews. Now that flies in your face if you're claiming Muslims converted the Jews. Because if you're telling me that the Jews...
I'll stand by that claim. Throughout history, Muslims have forced...
So why for 800 years were they not converted?
Morocco, Yemen, Iraq.
Why not in Muslim Spain? For 800 years were they not converted?
Your blood libels, yes, but there wasn't the forced conversions did not happen in those two countries.
Yes, they were. Are you kidding me? You're Haredi. You should know this.
I do know this, and the Rambam
He seems to know more than you.
talks about...
Maybe about Torah. But...
No, but you've come in with so many assumptions which are wrong, and he's corrected you every time.
So I'm going to show you some videos of imams in Europe and the Middle East calling for the killing.
I'll show you Jewish politicians calling for the extermination of Gazan children as snakes that they are.
I want to see. I've never seen those.
You've not seen that?
No.
All right. Kill the vipers' nests.
I've never
because
seen
you've not seen it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I condemn that immediately.
Agreed. Well, I don't need to show you then, do I?
But I've never heard of that. I want to see
Okay.
it. I don't believe it exists.
Check it out. Google is your friend.
Jews don't speak like that. Muslims do. Jews don't.
Israelis do.
Israeli Muslims are Jews.
Jews.
What's the claim?
Zionists. They may not even be Jews.
Those evil people who believe Jews should be able to have their own country.
That's not
Those evil people who believe that they were...
He's Haredi. He wants to wait till Moshiach
I'm not
comes.
actually Haredi.
Then why do you dress like this?
It's his identity.
Because the pasuk in Micha that says you should walk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So do you believe that you have to wait till Moshiach? Are you waiting till Moshiach comes until you think we can go home? Does Beit HaMikdash have to be rebuilt until you go home?
Have you read the Gemara in Kesubos?
Yeah, I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with
So
that.
you don't agree with Rabbonim. So how can you claim to be
Many rabbis don't agree with all the Rabbonim. It's different poskim.
This is interesting.
There's no machlokas in the Gemara. I'm sorry.
He's
There's no
I put the mic on him?
We have Paskins like that Gemara for over 2,000 years since it's been written. We have always held that until Zionism.
Yeah,
we always held that.
Are you a practicing Jew, if you don't mind me asking?
Of course.
So you keep the Sabbath and all that?
Yeah.
Where are your tzitzis?
So I don't wear a
Where's your
kippah.
cup?
So you're not
I don't wear a
practicing?
kippah. Yeah, I do. I don't feel safe with so many Muslims in Europe. To be honest with you. I don't. My cousins have left France because they are attacked by
You're not in
Muslims.
France. You're in London, mate.
I know. To me,
England is not yet as bad as France. It will
Not
be
yet.
so when Corbyn comes back.
Yeah, but you're in England, mate. So you're saying to me, you don't dress like a Jew because you're afraid for your life?
absolutely.
Where do you live?
America.
What area? You're in America?
It's America.
Oh my Gideon, you fell for it all, didn't you? No go. I bet you think there's no go areas in London, don't you? In England, you do, don't you? Oh, you fell for Trump's America, didn't you? Oh my Gideon!
Bradford is definitely
No go
There are
areas.
areas where only Muslims can.
Oh, okay, I'll say to you, there are areas in England, yeah,
No,
where white
France,
people can't go,
France,
where there's white people. No, in England, I'm saying.
I don't know about England.
No, there are no-go areas for everyone. Like me as a Muslim, I'd struggle to go to a white, hardcore council estate. I'd get grief. I get grief, mate. I'd get Paki scum written on my van.
You get what?
Paki scum written on my van because they associate Muslims with Pakistanis. Yeah. So just give you an
Even though you
example.
look nothing like Pakistan.
No, well, that's a stupidity, isn't it? Okay. So the point here is this: you've been fed so much propaganda, you think it's real, and you're in London now. Yeah. Trust me, no one's gonna look. Has anyone attacked you, threatened you, held you account?
It's happened. It's definitely
I
happened.
used to go to Newcastle. It's awful up there. But down here in London,
it's a melting
people
pot,
are
mate.
not ex-miners.
So anyway, going back to my original point, because I don't want to digress.
Not that bad.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay. So basically, what I'm saying to you is this: according to history, which you like, the Jews were protected for 800 years. Now, I'm defending Islam here, not actions of individuals. Yeah. So if for 800 years the Jews were protected for 800 years and given the means to flourish, and then given protection after that, when the Christian now who's doing the slaughter here? You should have grief with the Christians, mate.
Not today, I don't.
No, you should have.
No, in history. Not
No, I
today.
know exactly.
Today I agree with the Muslims. Back in the day, Christians. If I was a Christian living and doing this,
No, but here's the irony, you see. Here's the irony. Have you read what the church fathers say about the Jews?
Oh, it's terrible.
And their religion today is based on the church fathers' teachings.
But thank God the Christians don't act upon the.
Do you know why they don't?
Why?
Because they don't have the power. You only have to look at what Christianity, when Christianity had the power, look what they did. Slaughter everywhere, yeah? They only come by our today because they got no power. But if you give Christians a power, military power, my God, they would wreak havoc, mate.
It was far more difficult to be living in Germany than Muslim Spain. That's why the Rosh
That's actually.
moved.
Do you understand?
That's a myth that's starting to become more and more
But being
debunked.
Osher, the Rosh moved from
I'm not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested in you. Not interested. Not interested in you.
Why are you lying?
Not interested in you, you love. All right.
No, you are
I'm not
lying.
interested.
He's not lying. Just look at the Christians.
Not interested in you. No one's interested. No one's interested. No one's interested.
So are you Christian?
I agree.
Are you Christian?
No.
Okay, I'm Christian.
That's great. Wait,
and
hold
I'm
on.
offended.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Speaker's corner.
Nobody cares.
People cannot get away with
Nobody
the
cares.
Okay, that's
Nobody
fine.
cares.
Why are you lying?
Nobody cares.
Let's end up
Because your Allah is all right for you to
Yeah,
lie.
please come away from her.
I just have
We
a
have
question.
history.
I have a
Why
question.
are you lying
Yeah,
about
carry
my
on.
faith?
Carry on.
Why are you lying?
Come here.
Speak to 250,000 victims of the Crusade.
Talk to Islam.
But why do you tell her victims of the crusade? Why not victims of jihad? I know, but why do you not talk about victims of jihad?
Because
She's nuts. We're not interested. We're not interested. Take a hint. Take a hint. We're not interested. We're not interested.
From the Bible. Look at what happened. Look at what
No.
We're not interested. We're not interested. You give us a headache. You give us a headache. Deal with that issue first, and then we can talk. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have no problem with that, my friend. I'm just trying. He came in barking, Muslims are converting Jews. Well, we both know history says otherwise.
Except in Yemen and Morocco during the Islamic monarchies.
I have no issue with that. I've got no issue. I'm not here to defend monarchies on whatever's going on. Yeah, I might look into it. I might question that and challenge that. I don't know, but I don't know enough about the detail. But what I do know is when he came along and his initial brask, proud Yehudi, and this and that, and
He was proud to be married.
the point here is very, very simple. He came with a false assumption and false premises.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that had to be buried. And people have learned now that Islam not only didn't persecute Jews in that particular era, but Islam didn't.
But not to the extent.
But Islam didn't. See, look, I'm not here to defend the actions of people or individuals or monarchies or whomever. I'm here to defend the teachings of Islam. Now, for me, according to the teachings of Islam, I can't kill Jews or force conversions. Why would I want to? You know, and if you think Islam teaches that thing, show me where you think it teaches that thing. I don't mind. Now, the people who did this thing in the past, they might have tried to show justification of something. I don't know where it is. You know what I mean? Right, so what was your point? Because you were coming about, what was it, Muhammad not in the Old Testament, making a claim I didn't, and I didn't make this claim, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, so in the Quran, Surah 7, verse 156.
Right, so you quoted the Quran, go on.
Yes, it says...
Where's my bag? I've left my bag somewhere.
Referring to Muhammad.
Have you seen my rucksack? Sorry, forgive me. Have you seen my rucksack? Oh, you got it. Go on. Sorry.
It says that the messenger, i.e. Muhammad, I suppose, and that's just my assumption, is mentioned in the Torah and in the Gospel.
It doesn't say that.
I mean, I've seen it.
It doesn't say gospel.
Surah
In the Injil.
157.
No, does it say he's mentioned by name? First of all, let's establish that.
I don't know if it said by name.
Right.
I don't
So
know if it
what is the point of me making?
He's not mentioned in the Torah. I don't really care about the Gospel.
So, so what you're saying is Muhammad is not mentioned by name in the Old Testament.
It's not mentioned at all.
In the Torah. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. At which point?
That was my point.
What the Quran makes a claim he is and he's not.
Yeah.
And how would you know if he is or not? What's your mechanism you would use? For example, all right. So a basic one, Deuteronomy 18:18. Who do you believe that's referring to?
So Deuteronomy chapter 18, if you look at just before it talks about the prophet...
No, I didn't ask that question. I'm not asking you to explain your answer. I just want to hear your answer.
So it's referring to prophets in general after Moses that will arise from the people of Israel.
So it's not an individual prophet?
It's not an individual prophet.
Right.
Because you'll see that throughout the Tanakh, that whenever it talks about collective whole, it speaks in the singular.
Right, so you say it's not as an individual?
It's talking about prophets in general, which is why it uses at the beginning the word key, when. So when a prophet comes up, so this is what's going to happen.
Right, and when it uses the word he, then what?
He, so once again, you find it all over the place. There's a verse in Samuel, I can't remember exactly where, that talks about a group of people in the plural, and then when it talks about the group as a whole, it goes back to the singular. You find all over Tanakh, whenever it talks about collective whole, it talks in singular.
So an A? We should raise them a prophet like unto thee from their brethren. He should not speak of himself, which but are words in his mouth, and he should speak all that is commanded of him.
Yes.
You're saying that's referring to who?
General prophets that come after Moses.
Who?
So, for example, Joshua, Samuel, Nathan, Gad, etc.
That's who you believe it is?
Yes.
Okay. And in Isaiah 42:10, who's that?
Isaiah 42:10.
The servant?
Oh, the servant. Oh. The servant of God that's being referred to is the people of Israel.
Why do you believe that?
Actually, that's 53, isn't it? What's Isaiah 42? See? I don't know if that happened. That's why I call this. There. Isaiah 42. No, this is the people of Israel. Yes.
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that?
Because if you look at Isaiah 45, you can see clearly.
Okay, let me read it for the benefit. This is my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen one in whom I delight. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall teach the true way to the nations. He shall not cry out, shout aloud, or make his voice heard. So you're saying this is not an individual? Well, why do you believe that? He shall not even break a bruised reed, or snuff out even a dim wick. He shall bring forth the way, the true way. He shall not grow dim or be bruised, till he has established the true way on earth. Right, so you're still maintaining it's Israel, yeah?
Yeah.
Thus said God the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spread out the... Okay. Am I reading backwards here, or what?
Yeah, because the main thing is the Hebrew, so it goes from right to left.
Oh, I see. Oh. So I have to go this way?
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Do you think that's fair? Yeah, I've got my justification. Right? We've got good people who are good,
Okay.
who are not good.
Sing to the Lord a new song, his praise from the ends of the earth. You who sail the sea and you creatures in it, you coastlands and their inhabitants. Let the desert and its towns cry aloud. Let the villages where Kedar dwells. Let Selah's inhabitants shout. Call out from the peaks of the mountains. Let them do honour to the Lord and tell his glory in the coastlands. The Lord goes forth like a warrior, like a fighter. So who is this? This is all Israel.
As in when he's talking about other nations. He's talking about other nations.
No, where he's saying he's going to scream like a woman in labour, and he will turn the idolaters back in utter defeat and all this. Yeah. This is all Israel.
The people of Israel suffer in exile.
No. You're saying this is not speaking about a person. You believe that? I don't mind if you believe that. I don't understand the justification for it unless it's trying to fit your narrative. Because for me it seems to be speaking about somebody who's going to come and make the deserts rejoice, make the city of Medina sing with joy, and he's going to come as a warrior.
Where does it say Medina?
Selah. Where do you think Selah is?
Where does it say Selah? What verse is that?
Read 42:10. Who's Kedar?
Kedar is one of the sons of Ishmael.
Who were they? The Arabs.
Yeah.
So he's going to make the Arabs rejoice.
Yes, Kedar. Yes, the second son. Yeah.
So Israel's going to make the Arabs rejoice. So the Israelites are going to make the Ishmaelites rejoice. Really?
So in the Midrash, it says that just before this is very interesting. That just before the Messiah comes, the Jews are going to want to build a temple on the Temple Mount. And the Muslims are going to say no, and they're going to say that I'm just quoting the Midrash. Okay, that's apparently going to happen. And the Muslims are going to say, we'll challenge you, okay, to what happened in the days of Elijah, and we're going to build an altar and offer up sacrifice, and you're going to do the same. And the people who sacrifice goes up to God, who God accepts, okay. So everyone will convert to that religion. So then the Midrash carries on, and it says that.
What's the Midrash?
The Midrash. Midrash is something that was passed down either from Sinai or from the rabbis down to us. It's an oral tradition that ended up being written down. And it carries on. It says that the Jews accept this and they do it, and God accepts the Muslim. And then the Jews go back on their word and they don't do it.
Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I'm coming to it.
What's my question?
Why the Ishmaelites rejoicing? Yeah?
Because of the Israelites.
Yeah. Okay. Because they don't accept it, there's a big war. Many people are killed, and the Jews who survive go to the wilderness, and there the Messiah reveals himself. And it says that when the Messiah will come, and then it quotes this verse in Isaiah. Okay, when the Messiah will then come. Okay, the Ishmaelites will then will rejoice with the knowledge that they were wrong, and
they will rejoice with the knowledge that they were wrong,
and that the truth has prevailed.
And they'll rejoice in that.
Yes.
So what? The Ishmaelites will become Jews.
Yes. No, they won't become Jews. They'll accept the Jewish God. But becoming Jews and accepting the Jewish God are two different things.
Okay.
That's why we believe that a non-Jew only needs to follow the seven Noahide laws in order to go to the world.
And do you believe the Israelites are a light into the Gentiles?
I believe we're supposed to be.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Okay. I agree with that.
Whether or not we're currently fulfilling that today is another problem. Is another question.
Yeah. So why don't you believe Muhammad is a messenger of God? Because there are many laws from the Torah that God gave to us that are not found in the Quran. No, but the laws given to you were specific to you.
If God made a covenant saying that we are the chosen people, that we are the treasured people, and I'm Nifar and I'm Hasaduna, then God's not going to go back on that and make a different.
No one said he's gone back.
That contradicts it.
No one said it has. No one said it has. What I'm saying to you is this: the covenant with the children of Israel is specific to the children of Israel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not for the Gentiles.
In a way, it is.
It's not.
In Deuteronomy chapter 13, it talks about how you recognise a false prophet.
And right, so what I'm saying to you is this. Your claim that Muhammad is not a prophet of God because he doesn't fulfill what is in the covenant with the Jews has got nothing to do with Muhammad because he's not a Jew.
However, we do accept non-Jews who were prophets who their prophecies did not go against the Torah. For example, Eov and his friends, according to the Talmud, they were prophets. They were accepted by the Jews.
All right. So do you believe Muhammad lied?
Even though they were not Jews.
Do you believe he lied?
Yes.
He lied?
Yes.
You don't believe he was crazy?
Maimonides calls him the crazy one.
Well, forget Muhammad, I'm talking to you. All right, I'll make it easy for you. Let's deal with realities now. Forget Jewish storybooks telling you what you want to hear. Let's deal with reality.
It's not about what I want to hear.
Well, is your Torah, who's the Torah written by?
The Torah was written by Moses as dictated.
No, who wrote it? Who wrote it?
The Torah was written.
Which nation wrote it?
It was written by Moses as dictated.
Well, Moses wrote all of the Torah. Even after he died, he wrote.
Except for the last few paragraphs, which were written by Joshua as dictated by God.
Right. So it wasn't all Moses then. So
except for the last one.
So who wrote Genesis?
Moses, as dictated by God.
So when Torah, you're just referring to 5 books, isn't it? You're not referring to the Old Testament.
I'm referring to the 5.
You don't believe in all of the Old Testament then?
Of course I believe in it.
So who wrote that?
Those are written by prophets.
All right. What was the religion?
Judaism.
Right. So you've got a book written by Jews, benefiting Jews, encouraging Jews, giving everything to them. Yeah, it's not surprising, is
Giving
it?
everything to them. And you read Jeremiah. We end up in exile because of our sins.
Yeah, well, you take what's...
It's not the shift.
Did you end up in exile because you didn't sin, or because you did sin?
Because we did sin.
Worship golden calf and all that nonsense.
We didn't go into exile because of the golden calf.
No, but the point here is this. The principle is this. The Old Testament is a Jewish storybook written by Jews.
No.
It is. It is. It is.
It's not a storybook. It's there to teach us lessons about life.
So what was it?
There are stories within it.
I don't want to get dragged into this.
It's not a storybook.
Okay, it is a storybook because it's a history book telling you the story of history, apparently. But it's from a Jewish perspective.
From a Jewish perspective.
So it could be biased, isn't it? So it could be biased. Why not? A book written by a particular people, benefiting that particular people, giving everything to that particular people, couldn't be biased. Really? Is that what you believe?
Because it was divine, yes.
Why was it divine?
The first 5 were divine because we dictated by God to Moses. The rest of them were divine because God spoke to those prophets.
And why do you believe that?
Why don't you believe that God spoke to those prophets?
No, why do you believe God dictated it to Moses?
Because 3.6 million people, well, 2.6 million Israelites and an additional 1.2 million people of the Great Congregation stood there at Mount Sinai.
Say it again.
Revelation.
3.6 million?
Yes.
Stood in one place?
Yeah.
And they heard what?
And they heard the word of God. Not words.
Okay.
And they were given the Torah. As in, not literally.
Well, they heard all of Genesis being written and all of Deuteronomy.
Not literally
and all of it. So what then?
They heard the 10 Commandments. The first 2
Who heard the 10 Commandments?
3.6 million Israelites.
I thought the 10 Commandments were spoken to Moses on the mountain when people were there.
They were written onto the tablets
Which he broke.
by God.
Which he broke, apparently.
To Moses. But that was already after the revelation happened to the people.
So when God went up to the mountain, he didn't receive the 10 Commandments, he already had the 10 Commandments.
When Moses went up to the mountain, he didn't have them on the tablets of stone.
But he didn't know of them. Or he knew of them.
No, he knew them because God had already given the revelation.
So the people already knew of it, and they still...
And it was engraved on the
And what was the command, thou shalt not kill? What was all that about?
I shall not kill.
Then why when he came down, Moses ordered the killing of 3,000 people?
No. When they came down, so when Moses came down, he saw that the Jews were worshipping the golden calf. Okay? Of course, the second commandment is don't worship idols. In terms of the second in the list of 10, not in the list of 13. He found them there, and the punishment for worshipping an idol is the death penalty.
So you can kill?
In certain circumstances.
So thou shalt not kill doesn't necessarily mean thou shalt not kill? Just trying to understand it, that's all.
It means you shall not kill innocent blood.
Okay. So you can kill if it's sanctioned by God?
Yes. God has said in His law that this particular person has to be killed. How are we to question it?
No, I'm just trying to understand it, that's all. Because Christians bang on about thou shalt not kill, and then there's so much killing going on. You know what funny, I heard an atheist...
I don't agree with the Christians.
I seen an atheist meme, yeah?
Very nice.
Where, well, I'm going to give you a beautiful one of Moses in a minute. Okay. An atheist said this: why are the Christians so scared of the devil when it's God killing everyone in the Bible?
I don't know where they got this devil from, by the way.
I know. You don't believe in Satan?
They're very odd. We do believe that there is the Satan.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, it's God killing everyone in the Bible. So, for example, when Moses is told to kill every man, woman, child, suckling babe and donkey, yeah, what's that about? They're innocent, aren't they?
In which particular?
Oh, in Numbers. Where he talks about when Moses is commanded by the Lord to kill, I think it's the Moabites or the Midianites, one of them.
Oh, yes.
And then when the army bring the captives of the women and children, and Moses gets angry with them and says, why have you left the women and children alive?
Because of course it was the women who had caused...
Were the children not innocent?
In the first place.
Were the children not innocent?
God said that the entire...
So the children are not innocent?
Because of the way they've been brought up, they couldn't be innocent.
So the children are not innocent either now. So basically this thou shalt not kill stretches to killing babies.
Okay. In the instances that God says.
That's what I'm saying to you. I don't understand thou shalt not kill. Yeah. I'm kind of confused now. It should say that you should only kill who I say to.
So that's the... You see, people call it the Ten Commandments.
Anyway, we'll jump to the point. Let's go back to Muhammad. Let's go back to Muhammad.
Let me just say that quickly.
Go on.
Really, it's only the 10 Commandments, because there's 613. These are the 10 general statements, but within them, you can, the 613 commandments derive from and are explicitly said around in the Torah, throughout the 5 books. So it says, you shall not kill, okay? So obviously this is a general statement, and it's defined by other commandments.
Why do you reject Jesus? Let's go there before Muhammad. Let's go to Jesus. Why do you reject Jesus?
Why do we reject him? Because once again, he tried to change things.
What did he change?
So, for example, the fact that in Christianity, the Sabbath is on Sunday. Or, for example,
Jesus didn't change that.
Actually, you're right about that.
I know that.
Yeah. But if you look at Christianity.
No, I didn't say that. That wasn't my question. I didn't ask you about Christianity. I asked you about Jesus. So why did the Jews not accept Jesus?
I didn't accept him because he was trying to reform things.
What was he trying to reform?
The legal system.
Give me an example.
Jesus seemed to... He had an argument with the rabbis about something.
Oh, I'm sorry?
He had an argument with the rabbis about something to do with marriage, but I can't remember what exactly it was. It was something to do with marriage.
Very, very abstract what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're saying. Jesus claimed to be, according to the New Testament, the Messiah.
Yes, he can't have been the Messiah. That's
Why couldn't he be the Messiah?
He's dead, isn't he?
If he died? If he didn't die? So we don't believe he died, we're Muslims.
So we do believe he died. When the Messiah...
Why do you believe he died?
Because he was crucified.
Why do you believe that? You don't believe the New Testament, you say?
Because there's it's historical documents to prove it.
Which historical documents?
The Romans.
Which ones? Surely you're not going to Josephus and... Yeah, no, but you know what? It's very important to know these things, because this sounds like sound bites now, yeah? Look, for example, you know this idea that Pontius Pilate freed someone for this Passover?
I actually don't. It's Pontius...
Pontius Pilate's the Roman governor, isn't it? And Jesus, he has, apparently there's this ritual on the Passover, you can release a prisoner. The first thing is there's no such ritual. That's the first thing. Second thing, the 2 people who were asked to be released was Barabbas, who was a rebel leader, and Jesus. Guess what Barabbas' first name was? Jesus. Guess what Barabbas means? Son of the Father. So imagine the dilemma.
Everyone's a son of the Father.
No, but imagine the dilemma. Who should I release? Jesus, the son of the Father, or Jesus of Nazareth? Yeah? It doesn't even make any sense. So anyway, we Muslims Do you understand that? It's like a Monty Python movie.
I'm very confused.
There's many things you're not here for.
What are you talking about?
What does Barabba mean?
Barabbas was his
No,
name.
Barabba. What does it mean? Yeah, what does his name mean?
Barabbas was his name. He was a murderer.
everyone
You're
was son
right.
of
He
the father.
did die. Jesus did.
What was his first name?
And you're right. He was crucified.
What was his first name? He's wrong. He's a Jew. He don't believe that.
He just said he did.
You don't believe in the New Testament, though. Oh, you believe in the New
No, he
Testament?
doesn't
I
believe
don't
in the
believe
New
in the New
Testament.
Testament
He
stuff.
believes in the history books.
Right. All right. So say it against me. Are you saying Barabbas doesn't mean son of the father?
What does it matter?
No.
I don't know what Barabbas means.
All right. And are you saying his first name wasn't Jesus?
Who's?
Barabbas.
What language is
There was many people at that time called Jesus.
Right. So here's the thing. You see, if a historian says a man called Jesus was crucified, yeah.
It's Jesus of Nazareth.
Let's understand one thing.
He's,
What?
I just established that argument. I am Muslim or Christian? Just
Muslim.
want to establish.
I'm Muslim. Okay. So.
I got confused after the whole...
no, you're right.
So-
Believe in the history books.
No, that's
You're
what I said to you. Okay. Now the history books don't support it because look,
He's gonna give you history
if
according
the
to him.
like he says, the name Jesus is common, and we know Barabbas' his first name was Jesus, and we know that the Romans crucified rebels. Therefore, history reporting a rebel being crucified called Jesus proves nothing. First thing, no history book proves any resurrection. It's not Jesus dying that matters, it's the resurrection that counts. Without the resurrection, there is nothing. There's no salvation in Christianity. Okay. Now, the idea that Flavius Josephus wrote this, he basically called Jesus the Christ, and he's a Jew, and he didn't accept that.
Josephus was...
So therefore, they say that.
That's what
No, but what they say about Josephus is the fact that it's not authentic what he's saying, basically. And Tacitus is not even saying the same thing. Okay, so when you look at the history, there is no history behind it. Be honest with you.
There is.
Anyway, so going back, so why? So tell me again why you reject Jesus.
Only he doesn't believe it.
I'm just trying to understand why you reject Jesus.
I reject Jesus because
Because you said he was reforming things when I asked for examples of that, and you didn't give me any.
what did Jesus do that makes him a Messiah?
Well, I'm not the Christian here, mate.
No, as in, what is there to accept him as?
Did he not claim to be the Messiah?
Did he claim to be Messiah?
I don't. Did he?
I don't know. Is there historical
The
proof?
people believed he was.
Is there historical proof that people proved?
Did the people claim he was the Messiah?
I don't know. Is there historical proof?
Have you looked into it?
Have you?
Well, you're rejecting it. I don't need. See, here's the amazing thing. You see, I don't need the Bible or the Torah. I got the Quran. Quran tells me everything I need to know. The Quran will clarify what's wrong in your books, so I don't need them.
How can they be wrong in a divine law?
I don't believe they are, is it? We believe, as the Quran says, that the previous scriptures have been corrupted. We believe that.
When would it have been corrupted?
When?
And why would it have been corrupted?
People have agendas, isn't it?
But why?
Oh, okay. Do you believe that?
Why?
Do you believe that?
Okay, let's say for a minute, okay, that the Torah, the Tanakh was corrupted. Okay,
Right.
let's just entertain that for a minute. Right? If it was, when and why?
What's that got to do with everything?
I honestly want to know.
Okay, the when, I have no idea. The why, because people have agendas and they want it to support their views.
What's the agenda?
Whatever it is, I don't know.
And I've got another question. Okay, why is it that Jews in Ethiopia, Jews in Yemen, Jews in Morocco, Jews in Iraq, Jews in Iran, Jews in Kazakhstan,
Oh, you're calling all these Muslim countries.
Jews in
Go on.
Germany, Jews in Russia, Jews
Go on.
in France. I had to throw in the Christian ones, of course.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, okay, and Jews in Greece and Italy. Why is it that all of these communities, okay, besides for 34 letter differences, okay, have exactly the same Tanakh? Okay, if it was corrupted. If it was corrupted, surely there would be some community somewhere that has the uncorrupted version, or a different corrupted version that is drastically different.
It depends on the.
Surely that would be the case.
Well, it depends what it grew out of, innit? If it all grew out of the same source and it's already been corrupted at that point.
But Jews have been in Ethiopia for
No. Before that, when was the Tanakh put together? When was the Tanakh originated?
So the first 5
When you
books-
say Tanakh, I need to know I'm talking about the same thing here. Are you talking about the Old Testament?
yes,
So the Tanakh means Old Testament.
The
yeah,
books of Moses.
except that we
Just the 5 books.
we don't call it that because
You don't believe in the New Testament,
They don't
obviously.
want to be connected to.
No, they don't believe in the New Testament, that's why. There's no Old Testament, there's no New Testament.
exactly,
is it
it can't be
is it-
old. It's the only one.
Is it the books of the Torah?
yeah? The 5 books of Moses.
Not just the
No,
5
no,
books.
the
also,
Tanakh is Isaiah and all
the
that,
7
yeah.
books of the prophets and the 11 books of the... sorry, 8 books of the prophets
Yeah.
and 11 books of the...
So you have Exodus,
To be-
Deuteronomy,
To be honest with you,
all the way to the Chronicles.
you have
it's not
Genesis.
really been brought to my attention what the problems are with the Old Testament. I'll be honest with you. Yeah? It's not really something that's been highlighted. That for me as a Muslim, for something to be said in the Old Testament causes me a problem as a Muslim, to be honest. I have an issue with the Jews being the chosen people. I have an issue with Isaac being the first, the only son. I have an issue with that. No, but at the time of...
He was the
Of course he
chosen
was.
son.
It doesn't say that. It says your only son. It says your only son. It says your only son means you've only got one son. You can't...
Yeah, because Ishmael wasn't regarded as son.
And then when you look at,
Ishmael was the son.
but then when you look at the story, when it talks about Ishmael being kicked out with his mother Hagar, it acts like Ishmael's a baby. Put him on his shoulder and all that business, and the baby cried and in the bushes, and he's like 13 at this age. He's a strapping lad. He's not a baby. So
Wait, which time? The first time or the second?
when he's told to leave, when Hagar's told to leave, yeah, and he puts the baby on her arms,
It's not a baby. He is 13.
calls her the babe. And then you hear the narrative later
Are
on.
you familiar with the story of
Yes, I do.
And then it talks about the babe cried from the bushes, and it's like
Let me get it up.
it's not marrying up for me. How can Ishmael be a baby? How could she carry him? First of all,
It doesn't say baby.
what does it say?
Son.
Where put a son on him? Put a 13-year-old son on her. Is that what it says?
Well, it doesn't even say that she will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're
It says
reading.
that she carries him.
What verse is it? If you don't mind, let me just
It says the child.
put the child. A 13-year-old is not a child.
He didn't place the child over his shoulder. He placed the bread and a skin of water on his
One second. I'm not the baby.
It said, look, I'll show
One second. Yeah, well, what's the verse? What's the verse? I don't trust that. I've seen the way it's been.
It's translated from the original Hebrew.
No, yeah, okay. This might be the Septuagint. I don't know.
He just said...
If you want, I
these
can
are
read
not
you the
being
Hebrew
old
translated
enough.
myself.
I don't need that. I just want to read the. What verse is that? Genesis what?
21 verse
Yeah, maybe I read it wrong. Let me just check.
Well, you got the Old Testament.
Sorry?
You got the Old Testament.
No. It's the KJV. This. I don't even know if it changes from the NIV to KJV. It probably does.
In all the Christian
Which one is it?
editions, there are a lot of mistranslations.
Yeah. What is it? What's the verse?
It's chapter 21, verse
In Genesis,
verse
yeah?
14.
It might be different.
It might be.
It doesn't call him a baby.
I might have read it online.
I mean, the chapters and the verses might be different.
He calls him a child. She was.
He wasn't a child at 13. He should be married at 13. He should be married at 13, according to Judaism.
No, according to Judaism, he should be supposed to get married at 18.
In that time? Really?
Tractate of the Fathers, chapter 5, I can't remember which exactly.
So you believe back in that time that a Jewish boy got married at 18?
There weren't Jews in those
Maybe
days.
some got married at 13, some at 18, does it?
No, because there was no such thing as teenagers then days, was it? When your balls dropped, you're a man.
Yeah, it's true.
That's it.
Well, it was young as 13.
No, but they class girls of 13 as an old maid if they're not got married. Okay, so here's what it says. So Abraham rose early in the morning and took his bread and skin of water, and putting it on her shoulder, he gave it and the boy to Hagar. So he gave the boy to Hagar. Yeah?
That's not the order of the verse.
Oh, well, I'm going off what it says here.
I've got the Hebrew here.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, this might be the Septuagint. That's what I said to you. This might be the Greek Old Testament, probably.
He doesn't want to relate to. He wants to stick to that.
No. But I can only go for what I'm read, isn't it? All right, because you read this.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see what you're
One second. Let me continue. And then she departed and wandered into the wilderness of Beersheba, and the water in the skin was used up, and she placed the boy under one of the shrubs. Okay, she placed a 13-year-old boy under the shrubs.
Okay.
And then she went and sat across from him at a distance about a bow shot, for she said to herself, let me not see the death of the boy. So now she doesn't want to see this boy under the shrubs dying, okay? So she sat opposite him and lifted her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. Now, I think in the NIV it says the cry of the lad. Yeah.
It says voice in the Hebrew.
Okay.
The Hebrew is code.
Anyway.
Anyway. So the principle here is this. If you were reading this, you would assume this is talking about baby.
No, I wouldn't. because if it meant baby, it would have said baby.
So how did Hagar put a 13-year-old... Oh, come on, please. She put a boy under the shrub. How do you put a 13-year-old under a shrub? Why would you put a 13-year-old...
It's a bush.
Oh my God, you arguing over a shrub or a bush?
Well,